Hey everybody, I'm meteorologist Gavin Sandell. Putting it simply, rainfall trends around the valley have been wild on both ends of the spectrum. Just look at the rainfall that we've seen over the last 24 hours here. Rainfall of over an inch, maybe even up to 2 inches, and really all across our area in our 5 viewing counties, we've seen rainfall totals of over an inch, and that reddish streak we've seen over 2 inches. And that's not the only reddish streak we're really tracking across the valley. South of Youngstown down in Columbiana County, you have to counteract all this rain with drought that we're seeing. This extreme drought, that D3 category right above my head, the largest and most severe drought we have seen in this area since the U.S. Drought Monitor has been in effect since 1999. So while all this rain might ultimately be a good thing to slow the sudden drought in our area, but have not been the most effective way to stop it. And it has to do with the behavior of the ground when it's dry, because soil moisture has so much to do and it has so many impacts on drought. So when you have dry soil, it gets pretty frail and it gets pretty, looks like concrete a little bit, where it gets a little powdery. You don't have the best, quality of it. This also impacts the vegetation because the grass and the roots and trees, that kind of holds that soil firm. So when you don't have rain to supplement that, then that connection sort of degrades as well. So when you have a dry area, you can degrade the structure of the soil, making it very compact, making it feel like concrete, which makes water trying to pool into it a much tougher job. So that is why it's not the best when you have very heavy rainfalls, because it's hard for that water to get in. So let's compare these two areas right here. The left side will have a lot of clouds and we'll consider it to have no drought. On the right side, we'll introduce drought in the area. And now, in both of these areas, we'll include rain there. And so when it's raining, on the left side, it's absorbed. The rain is absorbed in the moist ground. And you can tell on the right, it runs off because that rain can't get absorbed in the dry ground. That's the thing why heavy rain is tough to get by in a drought. The rain doesn't absorb into the ground when you have drought, and what that means, there could be flash flooding issues, and overall you just have rain that just doesn't really benefit anything. Maybe some rivers that'll wash away in a couple of days, but you need to find that happy medium, because obviously if you have sparse rain, you're not going to have any real impact on the drought. You're not going to benefit it too much. If you have heavy rain, that flooding and runoff kind of is just a missed opportunity, and you're not really going to fix anything. So that's why you need that Goldilocks value. You need consistent light rains that kind of chip away at the drought. Maybe a ½ inch here, a ¼ inch there, just so you're able to consistently allow that soil to get more moist, and you're not putting it in such a position where you're just making that rain come down really quickly and losing that opportunity here. So to reverse drought, the key moving forward will be consistency and moderation rather than just pure intensity. For Weather 101, I'm Gavin Sandell.